Our story begins with a man and his wife traveling from London to Black Hole Island, which is an isolated and remote island unfit for living. They were trying to escape the depression and sadness that afflicted them after their son passed away. And upon their arrival at this remote island, communication between them and the outside world is cut off as suddenly a person appears telling them about a dangerous virus sweeping across all of Europe. And to understand more, we need to go back in time and meet a person named Martin and his wife named Kate and see them as they decide to board a boat and head to Black Hole Island to spend time together after losing their son. The boat owner, whose name is Doug, takes them to the island and gives them a radio telling them, "If you need anything, call me." And then they arrive at the island and go to the house where they will stay. When they arrived at the house, they decided to explore the house and the island. Martin asked Kate to go outside to fish, but she refused because she had an article to write. On the morning of the second day, Martin went out to explore the place and also to exercise. As for Kate, she starts writing the article about the events that happened to her at the hospital, about the reason she lost her son, and about the days she lived through when her son died. During this time, she didn't write the article under her name and used a pseudonym. And in your opinion, dear viewer, what makes Kate afraid to mention her name in this article and use a pseudonym? I promise you that the reason you will find out in the upcoming events will shock you. Suddenly, the electricity goes out and Kate goes down to light a candle. She goes down to find a solution to the power outage, but she doesn't know how to fix it, so she contacts Doug via radio to come and solve the problem, and indeed, he comes and fixes it. Before Doug leaves, he gives a box of pastries to Martin, which his wife made. Then he asks Martin about the island and if they encountered any problems there. Martin replies that they love the island and are having a great time. The next day, Kate goes out to get pieces of wood to use for heating. And when she returns, she sees Martin fixing the generator because it broke down again, and suddenly the generator explodes on them, and Martin injures his hand. So Kate calls Doug and tells him what happened, and he apologizes to her because the generator was old. He promises that he will come in the morning to fix the generator and decides to bring a doctor to treat Martin. And on the morning of the second day, Kate goes to the sea to wait for Doug, but the shock is that he is late and does not come. So Kate returns home and finds Martin cooking, but he has burned the food, so they start discussing. From there, she goes to continue writing the article. Here, we discover that Kate is actually a journalist, and on the morning of the second day, we see Kate contemplating nature from the window of the room. In the meantime, she sees a person running and then he faints. These moments were terrifying and frightening, so she is shocked and goes to scream for Martin to come. They go and bring him inside the house to treat him. And here, Martin was trying to contact Doug via radio to come and help this person, but unfortunately Doug wasn't answering them, so Martin goes out to the place where this person was to find something to help them. After Martin left, Kate started searching the person's clothes and found a weapon, and here she got scared. When Martin came back, she started telling him about the weapon, and they began thinking about how to deal with it. As for Martin, he decided to quietly pull him away and hide him in a place where he couldn't be reached. Meanwhile, the person regains consciousness and tries to get up, but Kate arrives and he asks her to bring him water. When she asks him how he got to the island and what happened to him, he tells her the boat hit the rocks and then he lost consciousness and found himself in this place. As for now, Martin comes and starts asking him if he was in the army, and indeed he turns out to be a soldier in the British army. Then he notices the radio they have, so he asks them if the radio was working. Martin answers him and says that it is not broken, but we are not able to use it to contact anyone to help us. We are on an island with no people, and the food and water we have are not enough. So he starts asking them about the house on the island if it belongs to them, and Martin tells him that it is my friend Doug's house. After that, they take him to his room to rest and he asks Martin to talk to him in private. Indeed, they go downstairs and he starts telling him about a virus spreading around the world. This virus is deadly and lethal and it might nearly wipe out humanity and they could possibly reach the island. He tells him the virus is airborne, attacks the respiratory system and ends human lives. It has no cure at all and the only way to survive this epidemic is to lock the doors and windows tightly and prevent anyone from entering. Here, Martin doesn't believe him and starts to doubt him, asking, "Why haven't you been infected by the virus?" He tells him it's because of the protective suit I received from the army and I was wearing it. Then Martin attacks him, but this person gets injured. Martin took control, and suddenly Kate arrives, so Martin takes her and tells her what happened. But she did not believe this, and told him if there really was a virus, Duke would have told us and warned us about it. And here, the soldier starts closing all the windows and doors of the house, and tells them if they intend to leave, do so before I close the doors, because I will not open them, and I am not ready to die. So Kate starts yelling at Martin and asked him to leave the place, but he remained confused whether to believe this person or to leave and marry her. And he tells her, I don't know what to do because I don't know what's happening outside. And he tells her if nothing was happening, Duke would have called us and been able to answer us or come to us. And we can't leave the place because the island is surrounded by the sea on all sides, and we have no other place to go, nor do we have a boat to move with. The only solution is to wait until the next day in case Duke comes. So he starts reassuring her because she was afraid of this person, and he tells her that he took the weapon from him and he won't be able to harm us with anything. And on the morning of the next day, they wake up and find the soldier has locked all the doors and windows of the house, fearing the virus might spread and infect them. Kate tries to contact the Duke by radio, but the radio was broken and not working. So the soldier asks Martin to help him fortify the house and warns them not to let anyone in from outside, no matter the reason. He starts telling them about the danger of the virus and its symptoms, saying that this virus leads to immediate death. They go back to trying to communicate with Duke via the radio. Unfortunately, there is no response and the device is not working. Then the soldier asks Kate to prepare the food, but she refuses and gets angry with him. He apologizes to her and reassures her that he will not harm them and that he is there to help himself and them. In the evening, the soldier hears voices outside, so he calls Martin to threaten the people and make them leave and not enter the house. And Martin gives their weapon to the soldier to scare them and prevent them from entering the house, and also to force them to leave the place. Meanwhile, Kate hears the sound of gunfire and she sits up terrified and goes down to see what happened.